guys, just felt like getting a short message for you guys today. I feel like doing a love message. Let's talk about some love. What kind of love you got going on? Everybody got a little bit of love. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. You got a little bit of love somewhere. Well, the first thing I'm hearing is the foundation of your love life starts here. So if you find it challenging to love yourself, if you find it challenging to accept yourself so that you can love yourself, you're going to find it very challenging to feel safe or intimate or vulnerable with people that love you. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Let your friends help you. I'm hearing like, I feel like some of you had some really rocky relationships in the past. Like, you trusted all the wrong people, fell for all the wrong people, and I just want to rewrite a little bit of that. It wasn't wrong just because it wasn't the experience that you preferred or just because it hurt, right? Sometimes there are blessings in the lessons. But I'm feeling like there are some friends in your life, or for some of you, even your parents, there's something that you want to open up about. Maybe a part of yourself that you have recently accepted, or a part of you from your past that you recently started to explore about yourself. And you've been dealing with reminiscing or looking back at yourself, back at the shitty situation you were in, back at how unhappy you were, and you're wanting a space to share what you went through. Now that you're safe enough within yourself to kind of look back at it, to talk about it, you want to share it with someone else. And I don't know why that is, but I feel that, like, there are things that I've thought about lately that are linked to my past, that I just want someone that I know loves me, someone that I love, to be able to witness that side of me, even if it's not who I am now. There's something, I don't know, there's just something about allowing someone to love you, allowing someone to see you, that is just really special. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Because like how we have things happen in the past, and like we start to look back and we're like, or like when it's happening, and like back in the day, something's going down, like you can't talk about it at the time, it's too emotional or it's too heavy or whatever, so you wait till you get out of it and you're like, okay, I'll go back and like tell this person what was going on or what I was thinking about, but then you never do it and it just kind of sits there, but it comes up every now and then. Maybe this is your sign to kind of have a heart-to-heart, man. Because I feel like a lot of you, man, in the past, when it came to love, and for whoever this is for, it's not just like romantic love. It's your brother and sister, your family, your friends. For whatever reason, you felt safer not letting people know what you were going through. And you can share it now. So let's see. And whatever happened in the past, I'm feeling like you burnt some bridges, or somebody burnt some bridges with you, or maybe you never got to say sorry, or you never got to admit what was going on. Man, there's something about admitting to ourselves and even to other people, like our truth, even if it's not our truth now, even if it's what we're not going through now. When we can just like admit what happened in the past without shame or guilt or feeling codependent on someone else to make us feel better about what we went through. I don't know where I was going with that, but there you go. Alright, let's see. Anything else? Let's look at this separation card. What is that about? Righting some wrongs. Sometimes to right some wrongs or to mend some bridges, to forgive, sometimes it does take a conversation. But really, the forgiveness or the clean slate happens within you. But sometimes we're blessed enough to be able to clear the air with people in our past. Some people are too immature and you gotta just like cut the shit off and like keep it rolling and maybe talk to somebody else about what happened. But sometimes we do have the blessing of going back with our friends, with our family, with our exes, and forgiving, having a conversation, letting go, which I think is really beautiful. Because I feel like maybe for some of you, you didn't have closure. So if your love life is a little tricky, I feel like the energy switched up a little bit, but if your love life has been a little tricky, where like people just come and go, or there's always some shit, there's always something that happens, part of that, and I hate to be the one to tell you this, but it is what it is, part of that, why things never work out, just your luck type shit, right? Part of that is because when it comes to relationships, there is someone in your past, or even maybe a father figure, the King of Cups, but someone that had a really big heart. And I feel like you look for whoever this is, you look for this person in other people. Like every relationship you get into, you're comparing them to this person. And like, when you go into a relationship or even a friendship with that mindset and you have these expectations, and it's like wearing a blindfold. You can't even see who's in front of you because you're only looking for this one person. And if I'm talking to some twin flames right now, maybe you're in separation from your twin flame. Could be a water sign that you're dealing with, or Taurus. If you're in separation from your twin flame, you're like holding on or just waiting or looking for the signs, comparing people that you meet with who you think your twin is, not willing to talk to anybody, not willing to really commit to anybody, it's just like you're waiting for this person, you compare everything to this person, you put this person on a pedestal. Like you got your eyes locked on this person, locked on this expectation in your mind of what relationship you are supposed to be in. And Two of Wands here, and see the guy like talking to the bird. The bird's like spirit, and spirit's like, look the other way, Brooke. Your eyes are fixed on this person, fixed on what this twin flame connection means, what it represents, what your purpose is, what your mission is, who you are, who they are, the work that you have to do. And it's like, no, girl, you gotta shift your perspective. Let your friends help you. Some of y'all have been on this journey for a while, we're like, you know how in the beginning when you get on the twin flame journey, you just want to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it with your friends? Well, it's to the point now like you won't even talk about it. You just like in the shadows, this is always on your mind. Because in your mind, this person is like your dream come true. Okay, well, let me just shed some light on that a little bit. So y'all know I'm a twin flame in union, okay? I've been with my twin flame for over a year now. I used to think the same thing, y'all. Man, I used to think the same thing. My soulmate, my divine counterpart, my mission, my purpose, who I am, da-da-da-da-da. My dream come true. And you want to know the bitter truth about it? God can give you your divine counterpart. Like your sacred partnership. God can give it to you. You can be in it. And you can still be unhappy. Still be searching, comparing, looking for something to make you happy. You think this person is going to make you happy. And the hard truth about that is, man, just a good example is just like people, famous people, you know, there's so many stories. You hear it over and over again. People think that money, if they had money, it would solve a lot of their problems, a lot of their depression, their anxieties, their insecurities. If they had money, all that would go away. Their dreams would be fulfilled because they had money to do this or do that, and that would make them happy. But how many times do we hear famous people talk about how you can have all the money in the world and still feel lonely, still feel like something's missing, still feel depressed, still have anxiety? And like I've been working on this myself too, because I'm in union with my twin flame, and like there are days where like I'm just, my ego just takes hold of me, man. My shadow, like I just, and so bad I want to be like, oh, it's because I'm in another country, you know, I don't have my family, I don't have my friends, I can't work here, I can't do this, I don't have that. If I had this, if I had that, then I could be happy. And every time I get stuck in that loop of self-pity and if I had, or I wish I could, or what ifs, Spirit sits me down, and nature usually catches me off guard, disconnects me from all the bullshit spiraling around in my head, and reminds me that my source of happiness, it comes from within me. And I'll be ready to fight Spirit on that one, you know what I mean? Because I be doing all this work, like some of y'all be doing all this work, healing myself, changing my thought forms, changing my limiting beliefs about myself, showing up differently, not beating myself up, not punishing myself, having a better attitude about things, being present with my emotions instead of running from my emotions, which was so hard for me. And still, after all that work, I still find myself unhappy, and it pisses me off. Because I'm like, Spirit, what the fuck, man? What do I have to do? You know, what do I have to do to be happy? I can't tell y'all how many times I've been in this loop. I've had to have people like, you know, Nick and Dove from Twin Flame Revolution, Tanuj, Soodan from The Matrix Unveiled, Jessica from Whispers of Grace Healing. Like, I've had to have people on my journey because it always comes back around. The ego, right? The ego's will in things. The egos want to constrict you and keep you in a box. And always those shadow aspects, they come back around. And a lot of the times they intensify as you loop. It feels like you're looping, but the level, it evolves. It gets more challenging. The feeling, the sensations in the loop amplifies. And I've had to have people on my path, like, to help me and remind me and help me, disconnect from all the stories in my head, or what I can see and what I feel inside, because you look for that validation, right? You look for the validation, and sometimes it's not there. And like, I've had to have people help me. Let your friends help you. I've had to let people in. I've had to let people in to those spaces within myself that I didn't feel safe. I didn't even feel safe in them. But there was this undeniable love that I felt from some of these people. And I allowed them to be in that space of vulnerability, to be with me in my shadow and my hurt, in my attitudes, in my shit shows. I had to allow people in that space with me. And it's crazy how once you can trust yourself enough to trust someone else to assist you in that space, to be there for you, to support you, not to fix it all the time. They didn't fix my problems for me. They loved me through them. They motivated me. They inspired me. They reminded me who I was. And you don't have to do this alone. If you're on this twin flame journey like I'm picking up on, get in contact with some people, man. They will help you. They will remind you. They will kick you in the ass when you need to. And sometimes it hurts because you're already in like that sore spot inside yourself. And then you see someone that is just trying to love you, but they're telling you the things that you're not willing to accept about yourself. So it's hard. So you want to shut them out. You don't want to show up. You don't want to connect. You don't want to talk. You don't want to feel. But there's that little bitty piece of love in you that's just like, just trust them. Just show up, and you show up. And just everything shifts for a moment. You get to see what is important. They reflect who you are. They reflect your light when all you've been seeing is your shadow. Let your friends help you. Wow, that was beautiful. And with that being said, I'm so thankful for the people in my life. Their patience with me, man. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Like, I'm so thankful for the coaches that I've had, for the friends that I've made. The thing about relationships, about divine relationships, divine counterparts, is, they're your mirror of your potential at times. And sometimes when our shadow comes in, we feel hopeless, or like disconnected, uncertain. And the beautiful thing about relationships is these people, them just being there sometimes can inspire you, but also at the same time, they reflect back to you your potential. But they also, because their love is so big, it shines a light on the things that you're insecure about, on your fears, on all the things that are within you that are stopping you from being the potential that you see in yourself, that you see in them reflecting back to you. And it's crazy. It's like a fucking paradox, because it's so much love and it's so inspiring, but it can be scary at the same time, because even though these coaches and these friends are reflecting your love, they're also reflecting your fears. And then when they reflect your fears, or you get triggered, you don't want to go tell them, because then you feel so seen, you feel exposed. So the ego goes into trigger mode, where it's like, I need to protect myself. I need to go into all my bad habits. I need to go into all my negative thought forms. I need to put my guard up, my defense mechanisms. I need to pull away so they can't see me. When really, if you just allow them to see you, man, and then after you break down in front of them, the breakdown before the breakthrough, and you got the tears in your eyes, and you don't know what you just fucking said because you've been carrying it for so long, and you trusted yourself enough to step into that safe space, and it all just exploded out in front of them. And then you get done with your rant, you open your eyes and you look at them, and all you see is love. Oh! I mean, it's beautiful. It is. But anyways, I hope that message was helpful for you guys. I love you. I didn't take the time to put my shit up today, to put a shirt on. I just got off work, and I just wanted to give y'all a message. I love you guys. Empress of Duality, out.